we've got a couple of little things that are going on here. The fat shot in particular.
Yep.
If we start playing Mr. Squiggle here for a second, if you move that hub,
Yep.
you'll change the contact point with the ground.
Oh, okay. Yep.
All right. So as you start to go back,
Oh, yeah.
and there's your fat shot. So when
Yeah.
you move that far off it, in 2/100ths of a second, so you get up here and then it starts to want to move forward, and then you can't. So that's a decent one. You caught that okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now the other part to that is that I believe that that's too long.
Oh, okay.
Okay, even though it's the half an inch that you were talking about
Yep,
previously,
that's
the
right.
longer one.
Yep.
I believe if you get a little bit better rotation there, you won't need it that long.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Because the length means control, or lack thereof.
Well,
Yeah. And if we start getting you, and then you start using your arms a bit too much, and your body's not rotating around enough.
yeah.
So when then we have a look at speeds, the speed is, and the flight itself
Yeah.
says that we need to put something in your hand that's going to fly this way a lot more.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
in other words, a lighter shaft and a much lighter shaft.
Yeah. There's one
Then-
thing I'm not getting at all, Chris, in the last probably 18 months. What happened, I had heart surgery and
Right.
I was out of the game for over 12 months.
Right.
Different reasons, doesn't matter. I can't get any height.
Yeah.
I mean, those ones there that I've hit today are probably as higher than anything I've hit in the last, certainly 12 months.
Sure.
So,
From my aspect, then we start to look at then how much you're hitting down on it,
yeah.
and how very, very, very small that dynamic loft is. So in other words, that means that what it's launching at, I'd expect that to jump up to about at least 19 degrees.
Oh, okay.
And that's quite low for an iron.
Yeah.
Now, when we start to look at then on the right hand screen there,
Oh, yeah.
going up one way
Yep.
and coming down extraordinarily steep, and there's the lack of height. And it's also when the club path is going this way ever so slightly,
Yeah.
and we square the club face up, we're going to hit it over here all day.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and with the longer stuff, you'll get the big banana.
Yes.
You'll
Yes.
get that one. So, in my world, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? I want a bit more stability in your feet.
Yeah.
So in other words, the pressure in your feet isn't going to change as much as what it is right now. Okay, so what I mean by that is,
Transferring the weight.
if you've transferred that much pressure onto that foot, you're only standing on one leg.
That's right.
So you're not being able to use the ground as effectively as what we want you to.
Okay.
Okay, so in other words, the melon moves off it, you lose the pressure off this foot.
That's right, yeah.
And you can't rotate, because if you try to rotate with your hip pushing up into your spine that way, it's not going to rotate around. Okay, so that's my first port of call for you.
Okay.
And we'll start to see the flight change quite dramatically.
Yep.
Okay. I put the apex in your hand there mainly because it's a slightly bigger head,
Oh, yeah.
and also I love that's a graphite shaft, even though it looks steel.
Oh, really?
And I love that shaft. I think it's a fantastic shaft.
God, I didn't know that. You wouldn't pick them?
Yeah. And they go, and I
Yeah.
mean seriously go. So
Yeah.
if I can get a little bit of this going on,
Yeah.
with the club path coming through a little bit more that way,
Okay, hitting it to the right.
then and that's mainly because of this staying there, essentially,
Yeah.
getting the pressure staying there and you rotating around. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you want me to do?
Let's go back and hit some golf balls.